r/AskReddit, what do you think about religion? Serious? Removed. Completely agree, spirituality should be a deeply personal thing. I'm a part of one, and I totally get why a lot of people hate it and disagree with it. It's fine, agreeing, disagreeing, loving and hating is all human nature. I'm not those kind of religious person. I like to keep it to myself. I don't like to spread it or making it my entire personality. Respect for keeping it chill and personal. I'm glad it helps some people cope with their own mortality or the mortality/loss of their loved ones, etc. But personally I think all religions are complete nonsense. This is always how I phrase it. It's twofold: to not fear death, and the source of a moral compass. The second part is always the questionable one depending on the chosen sect. Any misinterpretation of any religious text can seriously alter that outcome. I'm not religious myself, though I'm not atheist, but my dad's a minister and I grew up going to church. A lot of people have used religion to better themselves. Yes, there are also the nutjob zealots, but they are a small minority. Most religious folks are some of the kindest people I've met. I'm not religious either, but I wanted to add to this. I would say the reason people can use it to better themselves is that religion creates community between followers, something severely lacking in modern society. I find it funny that everyone believes that their religion is the true religion even though all the other religions claim the exact same thing they do, that their beliefs are the true one. How can you genuinely believe that your specific religion in your specific corner of the world out of all the hundreds of other religions in all the other corners of the world is somehow the correct one? If they didn't, then there would be no religions. Some of the best and worst people I've ever met have been into it. It saves the rich from being massacred by the poor. Bonaparte. It controls the masses, at least back then. Keeps them opiate. Marx, mildly paraphrased. I grew up in a household that force-fed religion to me. I dutifully believed for 2.5 decades. Then I began to think for myself, and belief fell apart. Mankind has this problem, where it's not satisfied with having no explanation as an answer for its existence. If it accepts that proposal, it accepts having no practical reasons to go on. So to circumvent this problem, it picks a meaning and wrote a story to fit it to convey a message through the ages. This story has changed and been interpreted many different ways to suit the society and beliefs at the time of its use. Perfectly explained. I've yet to meet one religious person that can prove their God exists. Extraordinary claims need extraordinary evidence. As an American who has watched religion incestuously bind itself to some of the most noxious and monstrous people of the last 50 years, I think it's absolute poison. While I acknowledge that there are certainly good religious believers, they have not stepped up to even speak out against their fellow travelers who preach hate and a noxious brew of racism and misogyny. There are literally millions of Americans who share this toxic religious ideology, so they are not simply louder voices. It doesn't sell well to people born outside of it. Fine on paper, horribly practiced. So pretty much like the rest of the world, I guess. My thoughts exactly. On paper is pretty horrible too. People seem to ignore the Old Testament. The sketchy providence/evidence issues/contradictions in religious texts suggest to me that they are less than fine on paper. Longest running scam ever. Longest story Syria ever too. It's cool, but we religious people should filter our peers a lot by reprimanding them, like Paul asked us to. This applies to Christians at least. I was forced to go to church every Sunday until I turned 18 and was forced to go to youth group every Wednesday too. When I turned 18 I stopped going to church, and I don't believe in the Bible. I believe in God, but not the Bible or church. I find many people use religion to do horrible things. As long as you're not hurting anyone or being annoying, who cares? I find it very interesting. It's only bad when carried by the bad. And some of those bad people have tried to bake their badness into the faiths themselves. Us vs them, condemnation and unhealthy attitudes, it's all stuff pretty much everyone is familiar with. But that's not inherent to religion nor humanity. This is just so darn accurate. My guess is religion can amplify what's really deep down in a person. Created for scared people to be less scared about death. And also because someone really wanted to make the rules and decided to write a book about it. I'm fine with the idea of religion, but most modern ones enforce completely stupid ideas and rules which I don't see how anyone could agree with. It's complete and utter nonsense created by power-hungry humans. It's a joke. It is where the evil go to excuse the wrongs they do. It's a mental pacifier. I think it's a great way to manipulate a lot of people out of their money. Don't confuse religion, organization, power, and rarely, community, with spirituality, your beliefs and connection to the universe. The world would be a better place without it? It's a problem. I don't think about it. It's a waste of my time to think about nonsense when I need to be productive in society. Don't have any issues with religion itself, but rather people who force religion. I've come to believe that religion is about control more than anything else. My next door neighbor in the army was quite religious. He was the type that went to church 3 times a week. I drove everywhere with this dude for a year and a half and didn't have a single discussion about religion. That dude is my benchmark for how people should handle religion. Live it all you want, don't push it on others, and don't hold people to the same standards of how you do your religion. It's like a penis, you can be happy to have one and proud of it, but if you start whipping it out in public, we're going to have a problem. This is gold. Wow, I like this. Someone phrase this guy please. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.